Basically, we've got pretty much a flat pack chassis. So this is a new storage area. It's my living room. Luckily, I live by myself, so I haven't got anyone else to moan at me. Hence why I can live like a tramp for a bit. So the pallets just arrived. It's going to be a case of handballing it all into here, making sure everything that should be there is there. Through, check what's here and what isn't. As per usual, there's loads missing off this order. I think I calculated about 25 pieces. What they normally do is they miss off loads and then they give you loads of extra stuff that you don't want. For instance, this part here, I only needed 2 of. They've sent me 9, so I've got 7 extra. Massive waste of metal there. Obviously, I'm not going to use them for anything. But yeah, it is really annoying because it takes forever to sort out. However, I've sent an email over to Factory. Hopefully, they're going to find my missing pieces. Normally they say they've got to investigate it. It normally takes about 2 to 3 weeks for them to sort out. But luckily I'm not in a rush. So I'm going to work with the bits I can do. And then hopefully by the time I've done those bits, the missing bits will be with me. So that's the plan anyway. So back in the garage. Now, as you can see, the panel work has not been done from the last video. I've simply run out of steel. I've got 1mm here, I've got 3mm here. I actually need 1.2 and 1.5. So I'm waiting for a delivery for that. So the plan is now to assemble some of this stuff while I'm waiting. So we've got obviously all the axle brackets, all the bits. We've got a pretty trick thing here as well, which is a custom dash for an F1 or F50, what am I about, an F5, which is what that is. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing that. I'm going to sink in some gauges. That's going to then fit in the dash in the original place. Should look pretty cool. So yeah, it's essentially just get everything on the bench, weld it all up, weld all these little separate things up, and then when I come to build the chassis, once a steel arrives for the chassis, and obviously a steel for this, it's going to be just welding all those little bits on. So let's just do the thing. We're going to get some tunes going, and we're going to get the grinder going, and we're just going to start cleaning for prep and get welding. So let's go. far as I can do with the front clip, we've got obviously the front, these two bosses that are welded in that go all the way through, and these are for the steering rack. And then obviously these are for the lower arms. So before I kind of weld up or box in the bottom of it with these bits, I need to work out the lengths of these. Now annoyingly on the last clip, it was all measured at the time, but I didn't jot any of those measurements down for future reference, which is very annoying. So although I know that this section on that weld is bang on there, I don't know the length out of the back. And the only way I can work that out is to get onto a slightly different job. So what I need to do is get the bottom arms made up, because once the bottom arms are made up, I know exactly where those bushes sit. I can measure in between the two bushes on the inners, and that will give me the exact length to kind of chop this down, weld this in. Once that's done, I can obviously then weld this into the subframe or cross member, lower clip, whatever you want to call it. We can get it all kind of then boxed in again with these bottom bits, epoxy prime it, chuck it in the house, front clip's done. On the bonus with that is we'll have two bottom arms done at the same time. So that should be relatively most of the front suspension done. The only thing that's left to be kind of completed on that will be the top arms. But the top arms, annoyingly, are some CDS tube, which is exactly the same as what this is made out of. It's thick walled CDS, ROPT 510. Basically, we need to run some of this through the roll cage bender, bend some big hoops, and then chop them up. Put it in the jig, which is this monstrosity down here, but this is my top arm jig. It was top and bottom arms, but obviously the bottom arms now, the flat ones, are much better. And then yeah, it's just a case of getting everything where it needs to be and welding up some top arms. So that's the plan, Batman. I'm going to put everything on time lapse because unfortunately it is a ridiculously long process. Just cleaning those is probably going to be like an hour, hour and a half, and it's annoying with the grinder. So I'm going to get the tunes back on, going to get the time lapse going, and we're going to get some bottom arms made. Let's go. So we're going for a slightly different view, and it's because there's everything's packed in the garage. I'm off to IB for tomorrow, so I've had to bring in everything that's outside in case it just disappears while I'm not here. So yeah, we're kind of crammed in, but front suspension, lower suspension is pretty much done now. Obviously the shock mounts have got to go in, but they can't be done until the chassis is built, because it depends where the kind of top of the shock mounts go. So those are the tubes that go in. Obviously I'm going to put a new CDS in, but They'll basically have a bushing. I think it's a 3/4 inch threaded bush. And yeah, obviously get that welded in. That'll be the lower part done. Airbag sits on here, chassis runs down here. Ball joints ready to go in, that's all been welded. So we've only realistically got the top arms to do, because obviously I've done the top mounts, they're already welded up. But we've got to obviously run that through a CDS bender. I haven't got time to do that today. I'm not going to bore you on this video either. So I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Hopefully see you in the next video. I've got no idea what that's going to be. It's either going to be bodywork or chassis. It's 50-50. So yeah, tune in next time and see which way I go with it. Peace out.